Valley City, North Dakota, a small town of about 6,800 people nestled in the banks of the Cheyenne River. With a meandering river, it was necessary to build bridges to connect the town. Our citizens have taken bridge building and developing connections to another level. You see, 10 years ago, our town was depressed. There were 19 open storefronts. Things were looking pretty grim. We held a town meeting in January of 1994. A list of goals was created, and we thought many of them were pipe dreams, but in 2004 we find that almost 100% of these goals have been realized. The atmosphere has changed with the building of bridges between people, organizations, and businesses. If our scenic bridges could talk, here's what they might say about the view of Valley City and what's been happening. Perhaps the Highline Bridge would say, "I'm the bridge that overlooks the valley, and from this vantage point, I can pretty much see what the building of bridges between people has done for this town." From here, it's easy to see the new youth sports complex. This building was built through a unique partnership of two parental groups supporting their individual sports. Gymnastics and hockey parents put together a fund drive to build this wonderful complex, primarily with private donations and the sweat of their hard work. The result is a building used year-round, developing the skills of many area children. The new swimming pool is nearby. When the old pool was deemed a health hazard and scheduled to be shut down, city leaders went to work. Knowing that added taxes would be a burden to the citizens already experiencing a depressed economy, the Development Corporation, Park Board, and other city committees put together a plan to finance the pool that added no new taxes. The kids had a state-of-the-art pool with a 148-foot water slide without an impact on taxpayers. Next to the swimming pool are the new high school tennis courts. These were part of a project involving adding on a new gymnasium to the junior-senior high school. The Highliners, named after the bridge, now have a home court. For the past 50 years, school teams and all their equipment had to make a trip down the street to the city auditorium. The people of Valley City saw the merit in the new facilities and voted by an 80% majority to add a half-cent sales tax to give the kids a place to call home. On Central Avenue every year, we host the annual Dakota Soapbox Derby. About 100 racers vie for the chance to compete for a trip to the National Soapbox Derby in Akron, Ohio. This family-oriented activity has grown in popularity with new classes added, and it's great to see families and volunteers working and playing together during this wonderful event.
Lane number 2 with a slight lead. Looks like lane number 2. Car 1. Woo! You call it.
Other yearly celebrations include Rally in the Valley and the Arts and Crafts Festival. Rally in the Valley features high school reunions and the Bridge City Cruisers Car Show. Older model cars in mint condition are lined up on Central Avenue and showcased in the Saturday morning community parade. The Arts and Crafts Festival shows off our Americana charm with local artisans selling their wares in the Barnes County Courthouse courtyard, and a beautiful display of hundreds of quilts hangs inside the 3-story atrium. Many of these quilters donate their wares to church functions. There are 17 churches in our small town, and Scandinavians were some of the first settlers in the area, so the Lutheran Church has the most parishes. Religious life is very important to many of the citizens of Valley City. An advantage of looking over the city gives me the opportunity to watch activities around some of the other bridges. The Rainbow Bridge is coming along fine. This icon bridge, one of only 14 remaining in the country, needed to be replaced for public safety reasons. Concerned citizens, fearing the loss of this signature bridge, banded together to petition the North Dakota Department of Transportation and City of Valley City to replace the bridge with the same type of design. This was an added expense, but deemed worthwhile to help keep the City of Bridges' unique look. Speaking of that new structure, here's what you might hear from the Rainbow Bridge about what's happening downtown Valley City. Main Street and Central Avenue have taken on a new look with the Renaissance Zone program and the emergence of specialty shops. Renaissance Zone is a North Dakota program offering tax incentives for building new or refurbishing old buildings. With this program and other city incentives, many businesses have received a new look. The unique shops in Valley City are attracting an array of visitors. Great shopping combined with the wonderful restaurants has made our town famous for day trips. Another favorite for day trip is to go on a 10K historic bridge tour that winds through the city. One of the city's largest employers is the Open Door Center. They operate 5 group homes, a home for persons with brain injuries, a mental health unit, a day activity center, and a work activity center, as well as a restaurant and a bookstore downtown. This organization provides part-time employment for many high school and college students. Working with physically and mentally challenged individuals is a learning experience for all.
Go ahead whenever you're ready.
Welcome to Eagle's Nest Bookstore in downtown Valley City. This is just one of the many ways that Open Door Center provides opportunities for people with disabilities to be a part of and to work in our community.
Valley City is the local headquarters for Special Olympics North Dakota Area 8. It provides training and sporting opportunities year-round for people with mental retardation. The community provides a volunteer force of up to 250 people depending on the event hosted. Our local high school recognizes its Special Olympics athletes through its lettering program at its spring athletic banquet each year. And Area 8 has also had several of its athletes, special partners, and coaches attend World Games not only in the USA but Ireland and Japan. A special place on Main Street is Veterans Memorial Park. At this site is a reminder of all the Valley City people deployed in Iraq. Valley City is headquarters to the 141st Engineer Combat Battalion deployed last December. A tree light with thousands of lights is a beacon to remind us of loved ones serving our country. You will see many yellow ribbons throughout town showing support of our soldiers' efforts overseas. Across the street from Memorial Park is the VFW Club, known as a community gathering place. It's become a tradition for many families to meet every Saturday to share a burger together and discuss local news. Speaking of tradition, the Barnes County Historical Museum is located right downtown on Central Avenue. The Historical Society is committed to an oral history project where they are videotaping stories of local citizens and putting them in a library. These tapes are available for viewing anytime the museum is open. There is only one full-time employee for a 3-level museum. The rest of the work is done by an army of volunteers. Another part of living history is the North Dakota Winter Show. This agricultural show runs for 1 week in March and draws over 70,000 visitors. The event center is also used for horse shows, concerts, and the newest event, Oktoberfest. 38 weekends a year, this facility is busy. To continue this story, I'm sending you down the west end of Main Street to hear from the City Park footbridge. It connects the park to downtown. To the south in City Park is the band shell. In the olden days, there were weekly band concerts. The tradition continues with music in the park every Wednesday night during the summer months. A sea of lawn chairs seats the audience, who are treated to a variety of music shared by local and regional talent. And sometimes, guests are treated to an ice cream social or popcorn as they enjoy the show. The view to the north has changed considerably with the addition of the Rosebud Visitor Center, the portal to the Cheyenne River Valley National Scenic Byway. Built in the same area as the original railroad freight depot, it incorporates many of the pieces of the old depot saved by enthusiastic volunteers. This building houses the Valley City Area Chamber of Commerce, Convention and Visitors Bureau, Valley City Barnes County Development Corporation, Cheyenne River Valley National Scenic Byway, and the North Dakota Winter Show offices. With the financing from these partners and grant money, the city of Valley City used only $4,200 from the general fund to have this asset available to thousands of tourists coming to our town every year. You might wonder where the name Rosebud comes from. The center is named for the 1881 Northern Pacific Superintendent's rail car that's housed inside. Grants were written to secure the money needed to refurbish the Rosebud. Loving hands restored the outside woodwork and put back a canvas roof. Work is in progress to get the interior done, and this is the only Northern Pacific Superintendent's car remaining intact with its original furnishings. The Visitor Center is part of a $1.7 million Cheyenne River Valley National Scenic Byway project. There are 40 interpreted sites along the byway and on byway spurs. This project involves 41 funding sources and 75 partnerships. The Byway Committee won a national award for leveraging resources, and the chairperson won a national award for rural leadership. Around a few more bends in the river, you'll find Valley City State University's footbridge, the only suspension walking bridge in the state. It's a connection between town and gown. This bridge has wonderful partnership stories to tell. Oh, the stories I could tell about the dozens of marriage proposals I've heard from loving couples standing on my deck. This bridge has been a symbol of the university since it was built in 1901. It's another stop on the city's historic tour of bridges. One of the first VCSU buildings you'll see crossing the footbridge is the Science Center. It houses the only planetarium in North Dakota. It's unique in that students produce a new program every year. Shows are available upon request. You just need to call and tell them when you're coming. VCSU is the cornerstone of many of the art programs in our town. The VCSU Community School of Arts is the only certified program in North Dakota giving residents an opportunity to take private lessons on numerous types of instruments.
We have some pretty young string players here, and we have some that are not quite that young.
We are proud of our newly formed civic orchestra and enjoy the vocal renderings of the Valley Voices Women's Chorus and Troubadours Men's Choir. With the strength of the university and high school music departments, Valley Cityans are privileged to attend high-quality programs many times during the year. The same can be said of the local theater productions. VCSU's Theater 320, the Valley City Community Theater, and the junior and senior high school put on a minimum of 7 shows per year. Every other year, the university hosts Fiesta Mexicana. This is a celebration and partnership with 2 sister universities in Mexico. Mexican artisans bring their beautiful wares and college students put on a brilliant display of native dances and share their culture with VCSU students and the community. University and city leaders build more bridges every day. This university is a major partner with economic development in building the Regional Technology Center. And recently, a tech company agreed to locate in Valley City with the provision that the university will train new employees. The decision to come to our town was made because of the proficiency of our students in computer usage. Valley City State University was one of the first universities in the nation to provide all faculty and students with 100% smart classrooms, total internet access, and new laptop computers every 2 years. VCSU has created the nation's first and only online technology education program. It is the first program to address the new national standards funded by NASA and the National Science Foundation. Tech Ed is also a major player in supplying programs for Camp Cyber Prairie, a regional technology camp for kids. Connected by a walkway from the Technology Center is Medicine Wheel Park. This park, designed by a VCSU chemistry professor with the help of local citizens and VCSU students, is the only park overlooking Valley City. Interpretive panels give narratives on the solar system, meridian and solar calendars, local history, and the Native American burial mounds located in the park. Fall equinox and winter solstice celebrations are held at the Medicine Wheel, and participants come from all over the world. Here is part of that ceremony, along with our grand finale, your special invitation from the citizens of the best small town in America.